This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Our goal with our videos is to empower you to be able to do the repairs on your own and save a whole lot of money and also get that great feeling of having fixed it by yourself. Today we have a front load washing machine that's leaking from the door boot because there's a big rip in it. So we're going to use a screwdriver to get off this spring clamp by prying it off and pulling it toward us. And then we're going to pull the front part of the door boot off of the metal rim. I'm just using a little hook tool to get a grip on it. I'm going to pull it away and then I'm going to push it in toward the spin basket to kind of get it out of the way, give me better access to where the rip is. So normally you want to replace this gasket, but if you're in a pinch and you just want to do a quick patch, if you have any kind of rubber material like an old inner tube, or in this case I'm actually using a little bit of an old boot, you can patch it in. First I'm cleaning the area underneath by pushing the lip back to expose the underneath part of the door boot. And I used a little bit of electrical cleaner. You could use Windex or alcohol, anything to really get rid of the soap and any kind of grease that might be there. I'm wiping it off, getting it as clean as I can. And then I'm going to cut out a little piece of rubber that's a bit bigger than the rip. And again, this is off of an old door boot, but you could use an old inner tube, you could use part of an old raft, any kind of rubber would work. So I got a nice size patch, again, maybe 1/4 inch bigger than the rip on both sides. And I'm just putting it in there to check the size and make sure it's going to fit in there well. And then I'm going to add some instant epoxy. That's a 2-part product made by JB. And I'm going to mix it up and then spread it all over one part of the door boot. I'm actually cleaning that piece of rubber though too with some electrical cleaner, which is just a nice way to degrease it. I'm wiping it off, and this stuff dries super fast. So you got to make sure that your rubber patch is clean and nice and dry. And here's that JB product called Instant Epoxy. It's not really instant. It takes probably a good 10 minutes before it can get really locked into place. So I'm squeezing that down onto the rubber piece. I'm going to thoroughly mix it and just spread it out over the entire surface. And then once I got it spread out, I'm going to push it down onto the door boot over that rip, making sure that it overlaps the rip by about 1/4 inch. And then I want to kind of hold it in position for ideally like 10 minutes would be great. That boot's kind of a weird pliable thing that you're trying to attach it to, so it's going to tend to want to move around, and that glue will not be super sticky right off the bat, so you have to kind of hold it in position and keep applying pressure throughout the patch to get that thing to stick. I'm also going to use a little tool that I have, a little piece of metal to push it down so there's less surface area. You could use your finger too, but sometimes the patch will stick to your finger. So you want to keep pushing until it feels like it's really locked into position. And then you could even add a little weight to it to keep it pushed down. And you want to wait probably a good 5 or 6 hours before you use the machine. So that's pretty good. So I'm adding a little weight there to hold it, and then I'll go ahead and put the front of the boot back over the rim, and I'll add that spring clamp by lubricating it with some liquid detergent and then pushing it back over the rim. This is actually when I took it off. I didn't have any footage of it going the other way, but I want to put it on with some liquid detergent and just start at the 12 o'clock position and push to the sides. Thanks so much for watching our video. We really appreciate your support. And when you get a chance, please press the subscribe button below so you can be subscribed, and also the notification bell so we can send you more videos about appliance repair. Please also give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If you really liked the video and it really helped you, please press this new applaud button and you can show your support and also get a nice clapping hands for your video. Thanks again.